Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? This your boy Ed with a brief touch up, or a brief episode of Confessions the podcast. I listen, y'all. First of all, stop judging me, okay? First of all, no, seriously though. I'm waiting on my tables. I ordered, a nice little setup for my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on my camera, my stand. So like I'm actually, and then I'm getting some help soon. So the quality is on the way. I just decided to go ahead now and invest in this portion of my life and actually pour into this and sharing my personality and sharing my views and sharing my thoughts and sharing all this love I got, all this joy I got. You know what I'm saying? All this faith I got. Or that I've learned to acquire. Because you got to learn to stand on it before you can claim it. With the world. You know what I'm saying? Learn to share that with the world. I'm working on that. I'm definitely getting there. So I thank you guys for bearing with me. We're going to keep this thing pushing. We're going to stay consistent with it. But I wanted to share my thoughts on the video, which I'm sure all of you know what the video is. I am talking about the video with Puff Daddy. When those allegations came out, initially with him, with the abuse and all of the things that he'd gone through with Cassie, he quietly settled. In my mind, that definitely don't necessarily lean towards innocence, but at the same time, because I don't know, I don't have facts, and just like the rest of the world, they've been talking about this man since I was a teenager. I'm talking about like in the 90s. They've been talking about this man and how this man was. And you hear it in passing, like I never had to go seek it out. It was just always around. Again, I never really too much paid no attention to it. I'm young. I don't know. Listening to the music, having fun, growing. But you can't actually unsee this, the actual evidence. You actually can't unsee that, right? And while I'm not going to sit here and condemn this man to hell, I'm not doing that because that's not my position. I will not do that. It's plainly evident. It is clearly, plainly evident that he did what he did. I don't think that, our judgment matter. I don't think our condemnation matters. His own actions, it said that warning come before destruction. You know what I'm saying? I hope he get the message, whatever their message is in this. Because I think we have to understand that we got to be careful with how we put our mouth on people, because we really don't know what God can do with the person. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Who all familiar with King David? We're just going to use him as an example. King David from the Bible. Old school King David and Goliath, that King David. I don't know how many of you were aware, but he fell in love with someone else's wife, wanted her, had her husband placed on the front line because the husband was loyal to him, had her husband placed on the front line, and he got killed in battle, and then he took that man's wife. So he beat her. David had him killed. What's the difference? And God himself said that David was a man after his own heart. So I think before we lean into judgment, before we lean into condemnation, before we tear this man down, as people have been doing, I'm sure as people are excited to do, are foaming at the mouth to do, you best consider yourself, because you really don't know how God is moving. God can use anybody. I'm just saying, when you stare back at yourself in the mirror, if you could really walk away and fling the shit out that stone, then please, let's talk about it. That's all I want to say. Y'all be blessed. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm gonna go get me some coffee. and my ass finna get burnt. Cause I listen, this season, I got to put the work in. I got to invest. I got to make these moves, and I got to do these things. Updates is on the way. You know, bear with me. We is under construction. Okay. Confessions of a Side Dude, Lamar's story is still in processing. And this was as of about 1:30 this morning. It's still in processing. I submitted it not this Thursday, like as in 2 days ago, but last Thursday of last week. And it's in processing. So I'm patient with it. Like, it's up and it's coming soon. You feel me? So because that is done, I'm learning to oil the machine and also figure out how to combine these two things together. So this here is under construction. Again, I got my camera on the way. You know, I got my stuff, you know, I got it coming. You know, bear with me. Y'all done been rocking with me for a long time. And I look forward to being more consistent. So watch your mouth. Don't be so quick to judge people and condemn people and throw people away. Don't know what God got going on. Ultimately, none of us got a heaven or hell for him anyway. So let's just watch our mouth. You know what I'm saying? We are all, if you will, in this moment, we are spectators. So are you going to judge or are you going to have mercy? For me, I'm going to have mercy. Did I like what he did? Hell nah. In my past, you know, my responses to situations like that have been to meet that shit with violence. That's just what I have done. But that's what I have done. I didn't do that shit on no camera. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's mind our mouth and keep it pushing. Listen, I was watching a clip of Jasmine Crockett. Let me tell you what's actually important. Project 2025. That is actually important. That's actually some shit that will change the course of this entire country. If you're going to talk about some shit, let's talk about that shit. Okay? All right. Be well. Love you. I'm trying to figure out what the hell to do. I'll holler at y'all.